Hello and welcome to my channel. I hope you enjoy this story. I'm going to try and upload a new story each day. The Forgotten Faces of Fading Portraits. Holly had always been drawn to the enigmatic allure of Bowcombe Manor. Nestled in the serene landscapes of the Isle of Wight, its aged walls whispered secrets of centuries past. As an art restorer, she couldn't resist the opportunity to delve into the mysteries hidden within the old portraits that adorned the manor's walls. Upon her arrival, Holly was greeted by the imposing facade of Bowcombe Manor, its grandeur diminished only slightly by the passage of time. The air seemed heavy with anticipation as she stepped inside, her footsteps echoing through the silent halls. Guided by the faint glow of her flashlight, Holly made her way to the gallery where the portraits awaited her expertise. The room was filled with an eerie stillness, and she couldn't shake the feeling of being watched as she approached the first painting. The portrait depicted a stern-faced gentleman, his eyes seeming to follow Holly's every move. With careful precision, she began her work, gently removing the layers of grime and age that obscured the true beauty of the painting. But as Holly worked, she noticed something unsettling. The face of the gentleman seemed to shift and change before her eyes, the once stern expression now twisted in agony. A chill ran down her spine as she realized that the portraits held more than just the likenesses of their subjects, they held their haunted histories as well. Determined to uncover the truth, Holly pressed on, moving from one portrait to the next. With each one, she delved deeper into the dark and twisted pasts of the subjects, their faces contorting with anguish and despair. But as the hours passed, Holly began to feel a sense of unease creeping over her. Shadows seemed to dance in the corners of the room, and strange whispers echoed through the halls. It was as if the very walls of Bowcombe Manor were alive with the ghosts of its past. As she worked tirelessly to restore the portraits, Holly couldn't shake the feeling that she was being watched. The faces in the paintings seemed to mock her, their eyes filled with a malevolent gleam. And then, one by one, the portraits began to change. The faces of the subjects twisted and warped until they no longer resembled humans at all. Horrified, Holly realized that she had unleashed something sinister within Bowcombe Manor, something that hungered for her soul. In a desperate bid for survival, Holly fled through the halls of the manor, pursued by the ghostly apparitions that lurked within. But no matter how fast she ran, she could not escape the clutches of the forgotten faces of fading portraits. In the end, Holly's fate was sealed within the walls of Bowcombe Manor, her screams joining the chorus of the damned as she became just another haunted soul trapped within its ancient confines. And as the sun rose on a new day, the manor stood silent once more, its secrets buried deep within its walls for eternity. Years passed, and the legend of Holly's tragic fate became just another whispered tale among the locals of the Isle of Wight. Bowcombe Manor remained abandoned, its once grand halls falling into disrepair as nature reclaimed its territory. But despite the warnings of the locals, there were those who dared to venture into the haunted depths of Bowcombe Manor. Ebony explorers seeking thrills, thrill-seekers looking for a scare, and paranormal investigators hoping to uncover the truth behind the legends all were drawn to the decrepit estate like moths to a flame. Among these brave souls was a young woman named Mia. Fascinated by tales of the supernatural, Mia had always harbored a deep curiosity about Bowcombe Manor. And so, armed with her camera and a sense of adventure, she set out to explore the abandoned mansion for herself. As Mia stepped through the overgrown courtyard and into the echoing halls of Bowcombe Manor, she couldn't help but feel a sense of exhilaration mingled with trepidation. The air was thick with the weight of centuries, and she could almost hear the whispers of the past echoing through the empty corridors. Guided by the beam of her flashlight, Mia made her way through the labyrinthine maze of rooms, each one seemingly more decrepit than the last. But it was in the gallery of portraits that she found what she had been searching for. The paintings hung on the walls like silent sentinels, their faded faces staring out into the darkness with an unsettling intensity. Mia shivered as she approached the first portrait, the gaze of the subject seeming to follow her every move. But as she studied the painting, Mia noticed something strange. The face of the subject was not as she remembered it. It seemed to shift and change before her eyes, the once serene expression now twisted in agony. Heart pounding, Mia stumbled backward, her mind reeling with fear and disbelief. Could it be possible that the legends were true? that the portraits of Bowcombe Manor were haunted by the souls of their subjects. Determined to uncover the truth, Mia pressed on, moving from one portrait to the next. With each one, she delved deeper into the dark and twisted pasts of the subjects, their haunted histories unfolding before her like a macabre tableau. But as she worked, May couldn't shake the feeling that she was being watched. Shadows seemed to dance in the corners of the room, and strange whispers echoed through the halls. It was as if the very walls of Bowcombe Manor were alive with the ghosts of its past. And then, just as she reached the final portrait, May felt a cold hand close around her heart. The face of the subject leered out at her, its eyes burning with an otherworldly fire. With a gasp of horror, May realized that she had stumbled upon something far more sinister than she had ever imagined. In a desperate bid for survival, May turned to flee, her footsteps echoing through the empty halls as she raced toward the exit. But no matter how fast she ran, she could not escape the clutches of the forgotten faces of fading portraits. And as the sun set on Bowcombe Manor once more, its secrets remained buried within its walls, waiting for the next unsuspecting soul to uncover the horrors that lay within. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed this story. Please don't forget to like, and even better, like and subscribe. Thank you very much, and I hope you have had or have a great day.